And perhaps the creepiest items in the store, Donnie Marie dolls. Yikes. Hey everyone, Cashew here. Today's adventure brings us to Loveland, Ohio to a fantastic store called Memento Mori. And if you don't know, Memento Mori is an object that is to remind us of death, like a skull. In this case, this is a fantastic store that has oddities, collectibles, and antiques. And Greg Johns, the owner, has created just a fantastic world in there, and you've got to see this. Without further ado, our adventure starts here. And here's the outside of the store. Very, very cool. He has an excellent collection of spirit boards, mystic boards, swami boards, Ouija boards, whatever you want to call it. He has them. And because there's copywritten music being played, I'll have to talk over this and just show you some of the different spirit boards. And you have the psychic circle and medium board. If you recall from our trip to the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, they had a swami board that Raymond Buckland owned. Here's an old toe pincher case next to a giant hippo head. Here's a two-headed calf. Here's a badger with kitten slippers. Lots of beautiful taxidermy. Have a couple of pigeons. It looks like a beaver and a weasel. Here's a taxidermied baboon. This is my favorite part of the shop. A case full of sideshow performer memorabilia. If you take a look in the back of the shelf, you see the Hilton sisters, Daisy and Violet, Siamese twins. In front of that is a Schlitzie figure that's made especially for this store. And here's another booklet that's signed by the Hilton twins. This is a really nice Johnny Eck figure. And here's a shelf of other sideshow performers, including the world's tallest man, Robert Wadlow. I don't know if you can see from the glare, but this is a signed booklet by Johnny Eck, the only living half-boy, also known as King of the Freaks. More photographs of sideshow performers. This is an excellent place to look, and all this stuff is for sale, or at least most of it I think is for sale. This is Frances O'Hare. For movie buffs, you might recall she was in Todd Browning's 1932 Freaks. Here's another photo of the Hilton sisters. They were joined at the hip. I don't know if you can tell from the camera or not, but these are a collection of freeze-dried bats. And of course, they're hanging upside down. And this is a mounted dissected frog. And here's one of the early sideshow performers, Tom Thumb. And here's a skull and a toe pincher from the Secret Society Oddfellows. This is pretty cool. Has a complete skeleton in it. Believe it or not, this is so big I almost walked past it and did not even see it. It's a big, giant taxidermied giraffe, or at least part of one. along with other taxidermied animals. This is a really nicely done taxidermied zebra. This is another example of taxidermied animal. It's so large I almost walked past it and didn't see it, an ostrich. Really nicely done. Here's a Calugas monkey, taxidermied. This place is incredible. Who needs Vent Haven when you have this collection of vintage ventriloquist dummies? These are amazing. Here's Charlie McCarthy, Mortimer Snurd, Laurel and Hardy, Groucho. And if you look in the back, there's a talking Dr. Dolittle doll. He has lots of cool autographed Munster memorabilia as well. This is pretty cool. This is Al Lewis. If you remember Grandpa Munster, this is his program from his funeral. I love this shelf. It has a surreal combination of zombies and Barnum and Bailey and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And here's a little bear cub. And this is a nice display of a bat's skeleton. Here's a whole bookcase devoted to preserved specimens. This is an octopus. I think this is a hedgehog. Here's a piece of blotter art that the owner acquired from Ken Kesey's son. If you remember, Ken Kesey wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, among others. And if you love vintage toys, this is the place for you. Lots and lots of figures. Beetlejuice, Coneheads, Munsters, Blair Witch, Universal Monsters, you name it. Do any of you remember Fruit Brute? This is pretty old. They now have Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry, but I don't think they make Fruit Brute anymore. I mentioned the Hilton twins before, and here's another item that's pretty cool. It's sheet music with the Hilton sisters on the cover. And this place would not be complete without something from Schlitzie to Pinhead. And if you recall, Schlitzie was in Todd Browning's movie Freaks as well. Well, what did I tell you? The place does not disappoint, does it? This is a fantastic shop. If you're ever in Loveland, Ohio, be sure to stop by and take a look around. I want to thank Greg Johns, the owner, for letting me show you this place and for filming. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell icon. Until next time, this is Cashew, signing off. And check out the hearse. This is very cool.